Hey everybody, let's get this underway. I got the cameras sized at least for this overlay. When we go to a battle map, we'll do that all over again. Let's get underway. This is the second adventure in our Candlekeep Mysteries series of adventures, and this is Mazfroth's Mighty Digressions, the second level adventure. We have a couple returning faces. They are going to reintroduce their characters because all of them are carrying over their character from the first adventure. But we'll do some housekeeping first. We are sponsored by a few fine individuals. We have Found Familiar Coffee. You can use code FeatherFall at checkout to save yourself 10% on all of their lovely wares, mostly coffee. They do have some cups and shirts. Check them out down below. Link in the chat there as well. Thank you to our awesome moderator, Robo. Second would be, I was going to say Roll20, but that's third. Second is going to be Skull Splitter Dice. You can use FeatherFall at checkout. Save yourself 10% there as well on all of their dice. Finally, Roll20. We are in the Spotlight program. I don't know. After this opening, we may be dropped, but we are in the Spotlight program for them. They have gifted us this module, and we are truly grateful for that. Check out roll20.net for all your virtual tabletop needs. Roll20.net. This is how we roll. So check them out. All right. Housekeeping out of the way. Channel news. We have some Descent into Avernus coming up on Wednesday. We have Cyberpunk Red starting. Is it Red? I can't remember.
Yes.
Cyberpunk Red, I got it right. Starting on the 9th, that's a Sunday. We have some Icewind Dale happening every other Monday. Gateway Wars, that happened a couple days ago on Saturday. That'll be in 2 weeks. And then we have Candlekeep Mysteries every 2 weeks. So we'll be back on the 17th, I believe, if I'm doing my math correctly, for The Book of the Raven, Episode 3. All right? Okay, so before we get started, we're going to move around the horn here. I want the players to introduce yourself, where we can find you on the internet if you want to share that out. Your character, a brief statement about who they are, and then we'll move around. Okay, I'm going to start with Cranky Old Mage. He's top left for me in my Discord. So go ahead, tell us about yourself, and tell us who you're playing.
I am Cranky Old Mage, and you can find me on Twitter at Cranky Old Mage, or every Wednesday I am in the Dissonant Whispers campaign right here on FeatherFall. Tonight I am playing Drasivor Morningstar, who is a dragon-born sorcerer of the Clockwork Soul. He is a scholarly, let's face it, he's a nerd. Who likes to exclaim, "Oh dear, oh my," and then throw firebolts at things.
All right. Happy to have him back, too. All right. We'll go to Gentendo for our second introduction. Tell us about yourself. Tell us about your character.
Hi, my name is Jen, otherwise known as Gentendo. You can find me on Twitch at Gentendo. I play Animal Crossing pretty much every weekday morning with a little sprinkle of murder on top of it, because that's what happens when they leave my island. Tonight I am playing a satyr bard named Jam Bard Jovi. I'm gonna have a really hard time not smiling every time I say that name, with aspirations to become a member of the College of Eloquence. Interesting. By second level, satyr bards pretty much know how to play every instrument, so I can play any instrument. I'm able to perform with any instrument. And her favorite thing is just, talking herself out of all types of trouble. That's what she likes to do. Talk herself or sing herself out of all types of trouble. So looking forward to that.
Jam Bar Jovi. All right. Thank you, Jed, for joining us tonight. We'll move over to Debbie Snacks.
Hi, I'm Debbie Snacks. You can find me at Debbie Snacks, in most of the Discords or here on Twitch. But most often I'm found playing in other friends' channels. So Thursday nights over at Brendan's, playing Monster of the Week. Every other Saturday, Homebrew Roleplay with World of Cairn. Starting this Sunday, I'll be in Cyberpunk Red here on FeatherFall Tabletop. And then I probably missed one. Oh, TT2KB on the other Sundays. I'm in the Zweihander Grim and Perilous campaign. My character is returning from the first Candlekeep mystery. Her name is Amothea Celeverin. She is an elf. Now that she's level 2, she's now Circle of the Stars. She's a druid who was sent here by her mentor. She's a sage. She's on the path to knowledge. Always looking for the answer to that question. Will she find it? Here we see.
All right. Thank you, Debbie, for being here. Moving Star. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about your character.
Sure. Hi, I'm Star. You can find me on most social media at MadRadStarChild. And I sometimes infrequently stream randomly on, usually on other channels like this one or just like other people's channels, but sometimes on mine I'll play like Spiritfarer or Wizard 101 or something usually wholesome. And tonight I will be playing Lyra Muse Aquila Namine, Princess of the Nine Hells. She is a tiefling druid, also a Circle of the Stars. And she is trying to learn more about the gods and stay away from home for a little while doing so.
Awesome. Thank you, Star. Tim, tell us about yourself. Tell us about your character.
All right, yeah. Well, hi, I'm Tim. You can find me on Twitter at SayYesToTheZest. Today I will be playing Dynamo. He is a Warforged, crafted by a gnomish tinkerer for the express purpose of protection and help around the lab. And as he has taken a more active approach to that protection, he has become a blood hunter.
Love it. Warforged Blood Hunter. You haven't seen that before. I guarantee it. All right. Just adjusting a few last-minute levels here. Get on my level. All right. So, there was a little bit of in chat information that we had pre-game to get us started, and we're going to share that with you. You all have been in Candlekeep for some time. Some of you were in the first adventure and dealt with the aftermath of seeing an imp kill the person you were seeking information from, and you just have kind of taken up residence there a little bit, maybe doing some research, doing other odd tasks around Candlekeep. But you have all been in one way or another, had an interaction with a book called Mazfroth's Mighty Digression that, when read enough, began attacking the user. And this was brought to the Avowed in Candlekeep, and they let you in on some information that's not the only book that's been doing that. There have been a few, and they keep notes. The Avowed are very diligent note takers, and they've had a couple other books come in that have done the same thing, and they know exactly who brought them in. And they've asked you to figure out and track this down, where these books are coming from, and exactly what the motivation here is behind these aggressive titles. So you talked to two people in particular in Candlekeep. One was Yalarion High Scroll, and the other was Valor. And they have given you some information on where they bought these books. And they both came from the same place in Baldur's Gate, in the market known as the Wide in the Upper City. You know that they couldn't remember the name of the stall, but you do remember it had the word Dune in it. It had the word Dune in the title of the name of the vendor. You know that the Wide is very hectic, very in the kind of the rich part of Baldur's Gate. But that being said, there still is some shady dealings that happen even in the presence of the Watch. So you know that you could be in for any sort of encounter in the Wide. You have left Boulder's Gate, or left Candlekeep rather, accepting this mission of tracking down the origin of these books, or who is selling books that would do such a thing. And you have made it to... You're about a day's travel outside of Boulder's Gate at this point. It's taken you 2 or 3 days to get there, but you're about a day's out, and that's where we're going to pick up. It will give you all time to kind of acclimate with each other and maybe get a game plan going here as you are entering Boulder's Gate and looking for the market known as the Wide.
Oh dear, oh my. Where is this market in this huge city?
I can't smell it yet. When we get close, I'll know.
You can smell it first?
I can.
Well, books do have a unique scent, especially the well-read ones.
All the best buskers have a good musker to them. Sorry, I apologize for that one. I get one of those every night.
In theory, it should be easy to find. If the name is anything to go off of, it should take up a large amount of space.
I would think a lot of people shopping would also give it away.
Yeah, but we know it's a little shady, so I don't know if we can just walk into it. It's not like you walk up to the Walmart and say, "Excuse me, where's your black market? Where can I buy a kidney?" Whatever a Walmart is.
Yes, I don't think a shop selling walls would also have kidneys, but who knows?
Yes.
As you are having this conversation, approaching the gates leading into Boulder's Gate, if everybody can give me a perception check. Yeah. Walmart for all your castle wall needs. Yeah.
Right.
I rolled a 15.
I got a 12.
15, 12.
13.
13, 4.
There's too many people here. Oh dear, oh no.
Shop smart, shop as smart.
Oh.
All right. Dynamo. You more hear it than see it. In one of the trees, kind of about 15 yards off of the main trail, you can see the outline of a figure, and you can hear like the rustling in branches, and it looks to be like a creature of some sort, but humanoid in shape, but a weird kind of pointed snout with some prominent ears that is kind of lurking over a branch that is has watched you as you are making your pass by this tree and towards the Boulder's Gate entrance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dynamo would turn to, his entire upper body would turn to face and just announce to the creature, "Would you like to announce yourself, friend?"
No response.
This one is shy, I will say to the group.
No response. You can see this creature kind of duck behind and like maybe move a second branch in front of its body, kind of covering it a little bit more.
I'm gonna run up and just shake the tree. And I don't know how big this tree is, but I'm gonna attempt to shake it.
It's a pretty good.
Be like, come down and play with us.
No bees, no bees.
The trunk of the tree is pretty thick, and as you get closer, you see falling out of it 3 giant rats. One of them scurries down the trunk. 2 of them like rain on top of you and are now around you and are starting to kind of try to crawl up you and consume you, but also pin you down at the same time.
Friends. You're friends.
Not friends. One of them is actually going to take a bite at you. And that's for a 7.
Ooh.
And I don't think that's going to do it. But we're going to roll initiative right here, right now, with this one. Because Let me clear that order and start anew. So if everybody can roll initiative, we got a couple giant rats we need to take care of.
It won't automatically go on because we don't have tokens to click.
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
I mean, we can drag out our tokens and click on them and then do it. But...
Yeah, no battle map here, but I can also add you. So
okay.
Just let me know. I see Dynamo rolled a 3.
I got 3.
A big bad 3.
Mm-hmm.
We have Lyra rolled a 10. Why did it do that? Lyra rolled a 10. Who else are we missing there? We have... Whoa, Draz.
I rolled.
Oops. Did I just do that?
Oh, Draz, you're in there. You're just as cranky.
Oh, well.
That's all right. And, of course, there's no token for me to click, so...
See, did mine go?
Yes, I see it.
Okay. Oh, you mean my? There we go. Yes.
Yeah. Yep. Sorry. Ooh, rats are rolling hot.
Hot rats, isn't that a delicacy you can get in the restaurant area in Baldur's Gate?
Hot rats.
I'm not super sure how to get myself on the initiative tracker, but if you add
I can
me,
add you,
put
yeah.
in the terrible 8 that I just rolled.
I just want you to say your character's name again. What I forgot. Jam.
Jam.
We'll just put Jam.
It's Jam.
What did you roll?
I rolled an 8.
An 8. All right. I think we are good. We are going descending order. That leads us with you, Draz. What would you like to do as you see Jambar Jovi having 2 rats that are at their feet and then another one coming down the trunk of the tree? That one figure, main figure that Dynamo saw, is still up in the tree.
Well. Do not eat my new satyr friend. As I throw a firebolt at one of the rats that are too close to my friends.
Okay.
For an 18 to hit.
18 to hit does hit.
9 fire damage.
9 fire damage. And you're attacking one that's around Jambar Jovi.
Yep.
Blowing, hitting the main torso of this giant rat, just blowing it out of the water there. Disposing of it, and it's kind of tumbling across, singeing hair. Anything else, Draz?
That is all I am doing.
All right. Rat 2 is going to take a bite at Jambar Jovi. That's a 10 to hit.
You're looking for a 12.
Rat 2 is struggling. Rat 3 is going to run down and get close to Draz and take a bite. That's a 21 to hit.
Oh, that, ouch.
Owie. Let's see. That's going to be 6 piercing damage as it sinks its teeth in right at the right above your ankle.
Ow. As I say something about its mother in Draconic.
That leads us to Amalthea. You see 1 rat being exploded off the map. 2 more around your friends.
I am going to strike with my scimitar at one of the rats.
A 10 is not going to hit. Not going to hit.
Ooh.
Not going to hit. Anything else you would like to do?
Let's see. I think I'll hold for now.
Okay. All right. The other figure in the tree, Dynamo. Now that you're close, you don't see the snout or the ears on it anymore. You do see a human sitting up there now, kind of scarred face, ratty clothes, get it, with a crossbow and they are going to shoot at you, Dynamo, as you were the one that kind of gave away his position. Oh, that's a crit,
Yeah,
folks.
that one just hits a little bit. Yeah.
That one, makes it through some of the overlapping of some of your armor pieces, finding its way in there somehow, some way. That's going to be 12 piercing damage.
Okay. Yeah.
And he calls out, "It's best you run away. Nothing more to do here." And that will lead us to Lyra.
Okay, Lyra is going to use Produce Flame and to try to throw flame directly at the were-rat that just spoke.
Okay. Ooh.
Natural 20, 25.
Back-to-back 20s, folks. Get those 20s in the chat. That's...
For 4!
4 damage, though. Yeah, so you catch his boot on fire, and he's sitting there trying to shake it out as he's trying to stabilize himself and get another crossbow shot ready. "I said you should leave." Anything else, Lyra?
I'll wait for now for bonus actions, and I'm going to stay where I am.
Okay. Jambar Jovi, that brings us to you. You have one rat at your feet, the other at Draz's feet, and then the humanoid figure up top.
I look up at the humanoid figure and I just start singing "It's Raining Rats." I just start singing, "It's raining rats, hallelujah, it's raining rats, probably got rabies." And then I cast Vicious Mockery, and they need to pass a wisdom save of 13.
Is this on the rat at your feet or the one in the tree?
No, this is the one in this is the humanoid-ish in the tree.
Wisdom save, you said?
Yes, 13 is what you're looking at.
Okay, that would be a 15.
Okay.
I am smarter than that.
Are you?
Are you?
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. You are.
Anything else, Jambar Jovi?
You are. I'm gonna try to. Oh wait.
There's one.
I'm engaged. I'm engaged right now.
Yep.
So okay. I'm probably not going to move because I don't want to invoke an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
So I'll stay where I am.
All right, Dynamo. Took kind of a heavy crossbow shot, but you are approaching.
As he's recovering from getting a pretty solid hit landed on him, he grabs his maul from on his back and approaches one of the 2 rats on the ground, and then looks up in the tree and says, "I'd love for you to come down. I'd love to introduce you to my hammer." And he will swing it down at the rat.
All right. You can pick the one at Jambar Jovi's feet or the one at Draz's feet.
Yeah, I'll go for the one next to Draz, I think.
Okay.
So it'll be an 18 to hit.
That definitely hits.
That'll be 11 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, you kind of make a pancake out of this one as you're like staring up at this one and just drop it down, Saturday morning cartoon style. Just, you can see him getting nervous as that is happening, and he starts looking around, trying to find a quick exit. Anything else, Dynamo?
No, that'll be it for me.
All right, Draz, that brings us to you.
Okay, so what do we have?
The one at your feet is gone. There's one at Jam's feet, and then one in the tree. Or the humanoid figure is in the tree.
Okay. Is he wearing pants, the one in the tree?
Definitely wearing pants.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to look up at him and cast Mage Hand and grab the back of his pants and...
So you're going to cast Mage Hand to try to hold him in place?
I'm basically giving him a wedgie. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Are you looking to do damage on this wedgie?
Because, well, one Mage Hand can't attack and it can't lift more than 2 pounds. I'm basically... I'm giving him a wedgie to make him hold it so he doesn't run away.
Okay.
Because we need to... We want him alive.
All right. We'll I think we'll impose any disadvantage on any moves he makes to get out of there. Is that a fair...
Yeah.
Okay.
That is my goal.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So kind of grabs him by the back of the britches there, and he feels a slight tug, and again, still looking for that exit plan. Rat 2 is gone. Rat 3, final rat. It's the final rat is going to at Jam's feet.
You're right.
Again is going to bite. That's a 22 to hit.
That definitely hits me. That feels excessive.
These rats are upset. That's going to be 4 piercing damage to you.
Okay.
It bites and it quickly moves around to the other side, just trying to really get away from Dynamo. Move away. Still staying engaged with you, but moving, kind of just protecting himself. All right, Amalthea, it is up to you now.
Can I, and this will be my first time to do this, but can I turn myself into a giant eagle and attack the rat? As now that I have wild shape, or is that something that takes time to prepare?
There's a I don't think it takes time to prepare. It's just is a giant eagle within CR level.
I believe it's CR 2.
And I'm not sure what a level 2 druid is able to do.
Level 2 druid for Circle of Stars is max CR 1/4.
Okay.
And there's no swimming or flying speeds allowed yet.
Okay, thank you. I read 1/4 as 1. I thought it was CR 4. So.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. So. And no flying or swimming.
Got it. Okay, no worries. Then let's go ahead and because 1/4 would be basically probably a tick.
You could do a wolf.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll do a wolf that will that will go for dinner.
All right. I'm looking up a wolf stat block real quick. I think you roll 20 for having those so already prepared for me. Okay, so you're going to make a bite attack at this this rat. You get a +4 to hit. So if you want to go ahead and make that attack and add 4 to it.
Okay, and so the best way to do that is to just do it as an unarmed strike and then add 4?
Yeah, or you could just roll a d20 on the left-hand side. There's that second one down from the bottom. Roller? Yeah.
Okay, so do a d20 +4.
Yep.
Okay.
Ticks are gross. Yeah, they give me the creeps. 15, yes, that hits.
Great.
Yeah, you kind of form down into this wolf, kind of as you're running, dropping down into this wolf form, and just grab the hind end of this rat and do your wolf thing to it. So damage on that is going to be 2d4 plus 2 piercing damage.
Okay. So 2d4 plus 2. Great. All right, and I'll be rolling that, correct?
Yeah, go ahead.
2d4 plus 2. 7.
Oh, that's enough. You come in and grab a good chunk and you give it a quick shake, 1, 2, and you can feel it go limp within your teeth. And you drop it there out of your mouth at the feet of Jam Bar Jovi. That is all of the giant rats. Anything else? Wolfen form of Amalthea.
I will stay on alert.
Okay.
And for other, I will use my keen senses to see if there's any other trouble about.
Yeah. Right now, just the figure in the tree, and it is his turn. He is going to try to jump down with disadvantage. He's going to make a dex move to get down out of the tree and start to run, seeing that all of his helpers have gone. So that's going to be a 5. With that mage hand kind of hanging on, he takes a step and he gets ready to jump off. And it has just enough pull to it that it kind of causes him to flip down. And he actually tumbles over, lands on his butt at the base of the tree. But that is going to be his action. He is sitting there at the base of this tree, waiting for Lyra.
Okay. I will go ahead and use one of my 2 free uses from my star map of Guiding Bolt. So I'll shoot a flame of like maroon, no, not maroon, fuchsia colored light at it.
Awesome.
For a 19.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. 13 radiant damage. How did that happen? Oh, 46. Okay.
Yeah, Guiding Bolt can be a brute.
And the next attack has advantage.
Okay. Help me remember that one. And as that Guiding Bolt hits him, you see him drop his crossbow. Stop. Stop. Are we going to stop? I'll stop.
Oh yeah, I'll kind of give him a look.
Yeah, he's looking super nervous. You can see him starting to push up off the ground, crossbow on the floor, but starting to get up and push himself up, hands up. Jam, leads us to you.
I tell him to stay on the ground.
Yeah, whatever you need.
Don't move.
Whatever you need.
You saw how good I am at spells and things like that. You stay on the
You not so much. This one, that's the one I'm worried about. I was just watching. You guys attacked me, right? Shaking my tree.
You said that we should go away. So
I
why were you
did.
trying to chase us away?
No, I was just watching. Just like to know who comes and goes.
I want to try and intimidate him into telling us what he was actually doing.
All right. Yeah, give me a
Okay.
Intimidate.
I got a +4 to my
intimidation's a
intimidate.
skill, right? Like, why am I?
Mhm.
I'm like,
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I rolled super poorly. I rolled a 6. So
Well-
I'm like, tell us what you were doing up there. Now.
is insight wisdom?
Yes.
Okay. Well, he rolled a 3 on his insight check to kind of figure that out. Well, what was I doing? Like I said, I'm just watching who comes and goes. Who comes and goes. Maybe for later information.
Yeah, who do you tell who comes and goes?
I don't tell anybody. I'm a one-man crew. I watch who's weak and pick pockets. Come on. People got to survive out there.
What about your little friends?
They're just kind of backup. I don't know them.
You dirty rat.
No, they're the dirty rats. I'm just here. I will say we do have 2 rerolls in chat there. Thank you, Friendin and Terror Billie Jean. Missed that one a while ago, but thank you. So 2 rerolls for you all. Anything else, Jam? We're going to kind of stay in initiative until...
Okay. I thought we were out of it.
I mean,
we were out of initiative.
I just don't know if things are going to get hairy here, So we'll go to Dynamo. We'll give you you an action here.
Yeah. So I'll walk over to, just essentially get right up next to him, and just drop my hammer and say, "Please do not run. We only want to talk."
Got it.
I'll just place a hand gently on his shoulder.
You got it. I'm not, again, like I said, I'm just trying to, survive. I pick out the weak ones,
Has this been your hobby for a while? People watching?
Here and there, yeah. Here and there.
You showed a lack of judgment today, didn't you?
I didn't have the best of upbringings, but I did the best I can.
Quick,
What's your
Jam,
name?
pull out your violin.
What's your name? Yeah, I play the tiniest, saddest song
My name
on
is
my viola.
I can't remember if I have a name.
We get to name him.
Don't you have something your friends call you?
Friends.
I have no friends. Like I said, I kind of work alone. These three down here were the only ones I had.
How about we call you Tick?
Tick. I guess. I mean, what are you gonna do with me if we're
I'll
done
tell
here?
you
I'd like to
what,
go.
I have an idea, and I'll pull out a gold coin
Ooh,
in my dragon claw. How about you guide us to the wide?
Yeah, I know exactly where that's at. I spent a lot of time up there. 1 gold for that? Easy. He kind of starts to get up,
and
even though Dynamo's got his hand there, he's still like...
Put it back in my pouch, because he's not getting it till we get there. Any tricks?
Half now.
And then I point at Lyra and say, she's got another one of those bolts in her.
All right.
I'll produce flame just on my hand.
All right, okay. Half now, though. Half of that gold piece.
Wait, before we give you half of that gold piece, have you ever heard of a store with the word Dune in the title?
I thought I was just taking you to the wide.
Sells books. Well, yeah, you seem to have so much information.
Well, that's another gold piece.
No, it's not. You're going to wreck this town's economy.
I think.
How about the 1 gold for both bringing us there and telling us about what we want to know? And in exchange, we won't report you for thievery.
The watch isn't going to care about me, little old me. All right, 1 gold and a sandwich. Do you have anything to eat?
Sandwich.
And I can find you a friend.
I will pull out a ration.
I'll take a ration, but I don't need a friend. I work better alone.
Lyra's like pulling out a ration, and I'm down on the ground like cutting into the rat, and I was like, "I'll have your sandwich ready soon." And like, Lyra's just
he's just totally avoiding any eye contact.
Amathea is still in wolf form and is just looking at him and just kind of growling a little bit with the intent of kind of staying close to him to herd him towards the where he's taking, so he doesn't try to take up. She'll nip at his heels if he tries to take off.
Definitely uneasy with the wolf around there. So yeah, he's hands in pockets, kind of. Okay, 1 gold and your ration, and I'll take you to the wide and show you Amber Dune's books.
Amber Dune.
Yeah, Amber Dune, 1 word. Amber Dune books.
Oh, Amber Dune.
Yeah, sorry.
Amber Dune, where the pumpkin spice flows.
Right.
Spice flows like wine. Just raining pumpkin spice. All right, we have a deal. I can take you right there.
All right, let's go. No tricks.
Can I have the ration first?
I will give him the ration.
And he starts eating it rather quickly, disgustingly, kind of messy eater. All right, follow me. And he walks up, leading you to the gates of into Boulder's Gate. Everybody following, I assume, and we'll kind of like.
Yep.
I set down the lettuce wrapped rat meal that I created.
Yeah, he's not touching it. That's
okay.
Not his. He's not touching it.
I pat Jem on the shoulder. Don't worry, the wildlife will enjoy that.
Yeah, he's taking you. Starts out rather straightforward, but as you could tell, you're like leaving kind of the lower, shadier areas of Boulder's Gate. You're getting up to that high, upper. What the heck was it called? Was it Upper Place? I'm sorry. Upper City. I knew it had upper in it. As you're heading towards Upper City, you see some of the houses start to look a little nicer, the upkeep of the area. And you get to a checkpoint with a couple guards there, and you see Tick say, just going to the wide, escorting some friends to the wide. And they kind of part ways and let you in. And you are now in the wealthiest part of Boulder's Gate. You see just streets illuminated by magical lights. You see some luxurious boutiques, expensive restaurants, elegantly dressed residents. And we're kind of looking at Tick with nose in the air, kind of, they visibly take a step aside as he approaches. And he takes you to this area of the wide. And you just see vendors for blocks and different tent setups, some in actual brick and mortar buildings, very Saturday market-esque with some permanent staples there. All right. So, Amber Dune Books. It's on the other corner, far corner of the wide. And
Well, let's go.
holds out his hand.
To the door.
I showed. It's. All right, and he kind of starts walking, weaving you through. Again, like if you need something, you can find it in the wide. There's a vendor for everything. Kind of weaves you through.
To everybody, keep an eye out for other places that may have books as you pass by, in case this Amber Dune isn't the only place that has these allegedly evil books that like to attack people.
I'll kind of look around, keep an eye out.
I lean into Tick and I ask him to please not steal anything until after he's delivered us to Amber Dunes.
I'm making sure I get that payment.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, of course.
I also heard you call us your friend. I'll never forget that. I have a tattoo.
I don't need
immediately,
friends.
My best friend Tick.
I don't need friends. Anybody that's kind of keeping their eyes out as you're moving through can give me a perception check.
8.
Oh, the wolf.
I got 21.
Ooh, yeah. Emelthea
5.
and Jam. Depending
I don't
on
take my eyes off Tick.
yeah. Most of you are watching Tick to make sure he's not stealing anything. Others, your nose is being caught toward a bread stand with the sign that says Autumn's Bread that is just full of fresh pastries that are. Your wolven nose is having a hard time not following that. And you see some others with this kind of huge crystal goblet, but it's bigger than a goblet. It's like a punch bowl full of mulled wine that they're dipping this out and filling up cups to all the people that are coming in and buying. Those are the two things kind of grabbing your eyes, especially if you're hungry or thirsty. But he weaves you through, continuing on, and you get to a spot where you see Amber Dune Books. You can see the sign that is there. He's like, okay, it's right there. You see it? You're within eyesight. You're done with me.
I give him his gold coin.
Thank you. And I have a handout for you. So you should be able to see that. Amber Dune Books. All right. Anything else?
Yeah, that guy looks trustworthy.
Totally. Anything else?
No hard feelings, right, Tick?
No. This one, he points to you, Dynamo. Sorry about that crossbow bolt.
It is okay.
I get a good one in every now and then.
Are you sure you don't want that friend, by the way?
0 friends in my life. No room for them.
I point to the tattoo. My best friend.
That was a mistake on your part. Well, if you don't mind, I will be leaving you. And you see him quickly turn around.
Hang on.
What? Do you have another ration?
I'll toss him another ration.
Yes. And he grabs it, and you can see him just eating it as he's walking away. And you see him quickly duck into a different alley and disappear into the wide. And you see Amber Dune Books in front of you. What you can see the one person kind of within the tent. This is a soft-sided tent full of books. There's some shelves set up. There is a main counter. But you see one person inside, and then you see a couple that are outside, kind of like as people are passing by, trying to show them the books and get people to buy them.
Almathea can't contain herself at this moment because it's books, 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 books. So she's going to transform back into her human druid form.
Okay. Yeah, just back in form. What's everyone else doing?
No, I'm just going to straighten my back a little and go in.
Sorry, I'm getting called out in the chat for saying soft-sided tent. As if there's not. A hard-sided tent would be like a yurt. How's that? Google it. Check it out. Yurt would be a hard-sided.
Yurt. I'd actually probably... Are there any... Did I happen to see any buskers? Like anybody playing music as we were walking through the wide?
Yeah, there's people, there's not like a stage set up, but there are people on different corners throughout, kind of with their case open, playing for tips. You would definitely have seen a couple.
I would probably like kind of set up while they're going in and taking a look. I would probably set up outside and like start playing, but play like at like a medium. Like I'm good, I'm not great.
Okay.
Like I'm not trying too hard to do this because I don't want to draw too much attention, but I do want the option to turn up the ability and create a distraction if necessary.
Right. Okay. Are you visibly like playing for tips, or are you just kind of setting?
I'm trying to just blend in, play for tips, that type of stuff.
All right.
I can roll performance if you want me to.
We'll save it.
Okay.
Since you're kind of keeping it on the down low, we'll save it if you're trying to cause a distraction. But yeah.
Cool. And in half an hour, we have to go bail out Jam because she's busking without a license in Baldur's Gate.
You're just too darn loud. You're just too darn loud. Gotta get you out of there. All right. What's everyone else doing? So we got Jam kind of off away from Amber Dune Books a little bit. Eyesight. Playing, jamming.
I'm ready to go in.
Okay.
I'm like,
yeah, I want to look at Draz and say, you want to put out feelers with the shopkeep? See if we can find some information.
Was just going to question them, yes.
I'll join you.
Almathea says, I'm never one to pass up an opportunity to find some books, maybe some star maps, perhaps. So I'm game.
We'll go to the astronomy section after we question.
Okay.
I will join you, but I think I might just brat.
All right. So you're all approaching. You do see like two people out front, again, with books in hands, kind of grabbing the attention of anybody that's walking by. You see one person kind of under the tent, keeping things clean and orderly back there, humming away as they are, doing their duties back there. So as you approach, one kind of holds the book out. Yeah? What do you got? What are you all looking for? What can we get you?
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
We're looking for some answers, actually. You see, we are from Candlekeep. We've traveled here from Candlekeep. We had some people who had arrived recently. And they had brought us, of course, books as one does to Candlekeep.
You need more? We have them.
Indeed. Unfortunately, these books, at least one of which came from here, and that's me trying to remember, came to life and attacked people.
That is not like any books I've ever heard of.
Not something you've heard of before? Not a problem
no,
you've
books
had in the store
attacking.
with magical books?
Books attacking people. That is very interesting.
If it matters, the specific ones that they brought were Mazfroth's Mighty Digressions and The Dark Hunger. Have you ever sold either of those titles?
I can't recall any title by that, but I still am hung up on books attacking people. Maybe the knowledge you receive from the book causes people to attack, but the books themselves?
Yeah,
Well, somebody could have
books flying
enchanted
around.
them.
Enchanted books, yes, I assume could be a thing.
Are enchanted books not a thing you come across?
Well, these are mostly the mundane variety. I mean, we do have some that are expensive, rare copies, yes, of course. But we do have your more common titles. Nothing Candlekeep would be looking for in that section.
Do you read through every book in your stock?
You're gonna have to talk to Zan about that one. That guy has all the time in the world. Does a lot of reading. But I don't think Zan, he kind of like checks the sun. I think Zan's should be here in a little while. His shift doesn't start till later in the day.
You happen to have copies of those titles she mentioned?
Let me ask Corvala, and we'll see if I can track something down. And he kind of goes into one of the little side doors behind the checkout counter and into the tent. You see him talking with the person that was in the back there, kind of tidying up. Meanwhile, this other employee here, kind of wide eyes, long braids coming down. He couldn't help you, or what? You send him running, huh?
Do you happen to keep a record of who sells you your books? The source that you get them from?
Why? That's an interesting question, but why?
Well, we had some trouble with some books that we
Yeah, I kind of overheard.
encountered.
I'm not gonna lie. We kind of pick them up as we go. You know, people on their journeys out along the coast bring them back here, and we sell them. So, you know, numerous places. We can't pinpoint them to any one. The nobleman named Barnes.
Well, the books that we had trouble with were Mazfroth's Mighty Digressions and The Dark Hunger. Anything about those ring a bell?
Yeah, they were sold a couple weeks ago, I think.
Do you remember your customer?
That's one I couldn't help you with. I mean, ordering the books, and that's one thing, but remembering everybody that comes through here,
yeah,
that's another.
Were there any other books that this person secured at that time?
Wow. Again, you know, like the books I remember, but the individual transactions, that would take a real scholar to kind of keep locked up there.
You don't keep a ledger?
I don't know. You know, again, Corvala in the back does all the clerical stuff.
Right.
I'm here to sell these books, so anyway, can I help you with a book? I need books to leave these shelves.
And you've never had anyone else come here to say, hey, my book came alive and tried to kill me?
That's not a thing that happens. I'm having a hard time
indeed,
believing you.
it's something that has happened.
I assure you, any books that we have sold have not done that. Well, if I can feel this is...
How about you let us talk to this person who orders your books and see if we can't get some information on where these two titles came from?
Yeah. Theron went in to talk to Corvala. I'm sure they'll bring her out. But I'm going to try to sell these books. Dynamo, what's up?
While we wait, there is a book I am interested in.
Oh, good. Now we are talking. Yes.
Perhaps do you have a book on multiple cultures? I did not think it, but apparently shaking a tree could be taken as an act of aggression. I would like to learn more.
Yeah, of course. Any particular culture?
Any of them.
Anything.
Will do.
Yeah. All right. 1 second. See what I got. And this person walks into the back, and as they're walking in, who is now known as Corvala and Theron walk out. Corvala, the person that was in the back, kind of organizing things. So, you have questions, yes? About certain
we were hoping
titles?
You might have a ledger of either where the books come from or to whom you sell them.
Yes, I keep track of who buys our books in a quick receipt book. But again, like Theron had said, as our books come from all over, it's hard to keep up the filing on that end. But I can definitely show you who had purchased these books in the past. It was Mazfroth's, right?
But you won't be able to show us where you acquired those books? The specific titles?
No, again, we get them from so many places and all over the Sword Coast. It's not like there's a barcode on these things that I can keep track of them.
A what?
Like a series of numbers or, you don't... Never mind.
Oh, if only there was an international standard book number that would help.
Yes. Am I right? Well, this Mazfroth's book you talk of, we sold to a Yelirian high scroll. A young acolyte looking to, as I recall, make his way. Does that help?
Oh, yes.
Anything else? I do have work to do. I would love to see you leave here with a book in your hands.
She's been truthful with us.
Say that one more time.
Does she seem like she's been truthful?
Give me an insight check for sure.
11.
Mm-hmm.
I also would like to do that.
Uh,
Also got an 11.
Nice. You see, asking about the whereabouts of where these come from, you see some eyes darting from side to side, some kind of one uncomfortable step that she was kind of like shuffling and composing herself, that you can tell there's something not quite right with those statements.
I'm going to ask her, were there any other items that came in with these books, or you may have sold perhaps some scrolls or star maps related to what was the other the do we know of the Dark Hunger at this point?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you were told about that in
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So any supplements that they purchased or that you may still have that they overlooked that we could perhaps...
The Dark Hunger. That was a great book. All about Hadar. There was a young knight, Valor, came in. Bought that one. That was about 2 weeks ago. But as I recall, they... let me check my notes. She goes back, pulls out that ledger, kind of shuffles a few pages back. Yes, Valor. That's all they bought, yes, was the Dark Hunger. No other scrolls purchased by them. We don't really deal in scrolls. We're more of the hard copy, in our soft-sided tent here. But if you need something on star mapping, I can send Inbar back there and see what we can find.
That would be wonderful
Yeah.
if he perhaps has something that might be related to.
Yeah.
That would.
And she turns around and yells back there, while you're back there, we need something on stargazing. But
As she turns around, I want to kind of step away and go behind a shelf.
okay.
And I'd like to turn into a mouse. And I'd like to go in the back so I can look at the ledger myself.
Okay. All right. Turn into a mouse and give me a stealth check. As we're doing that. Ooh.
6.
Ooh.
I don't know.
There is
well,
a
that's with
reroll.
my dex.
Yeah. You would use the mouse dex. And there is rerolls in chat. There are 5 of them total. FeatherFall Tabletop was flexing their channel points and donated another 3. So there are 5 total. So 1 for each of you if you'd like. Or if somebody wants to steal them all too. That's fine with me. So you're doing that. She's still standing there. Well, it looks like you're going to leave here with a book in your hand, some of you. And that is great. But if you don't mind, I need to get back to my my work. And we are having a shift change here relatively shortly that I need to get the new shift kind of up to speed and where we're at for today's sales.
Well, thank you. You have been most helpful.
Yes. Please.
I think we'll take some time to browse.
Yes, do. Please do. Yeah, she makes her way back into the tent. And, uh-oh.
It's a 3 either way.
That's a 3. Would you
because
like to...
I looked for mouse and I could only find rats, so
Yeah, we'll say same stat block, but you're a little smaller, a little cuter, yeah. There is a reroll in there if you'd like. But a person comes out. Well, we have this this book on goblin culture. Is that going to suit you? And he's looking at you, Dynamo.
Does it happen to have any content related to trees?
Tree
and
shaking.
breathing?
That sounds like something goblins would do. You would have to read. Again, I don't know these books front to back.
Understandable. It will suffice.
Yes.
How much do I owe you for this book?
Well, that is going to be a silver piece for that book.
Wonderful.
It's actually been
And I will
collecting
hand over.
dust. Thank you. Stargazing. Yes, we have this one. It seems to have it's more of a map book of the different constellations up there. Less of an explanation of them and more just here they are. Is that going to suit your needs? He's speaking to Amalthea.
I'm sorry. You said what was the name of that again?
It's just there's no name on it. It is more just a book of maps of the constellations. No real descriptions. Looks rather slapdash. I'm not sure how this one made it in.
I'm always interested in collecting star maps, and then I also, perhaps to use for my own scholarly pursuit. How much for that?
Well, this is not priced. I don't know how it made its way in there. Let's call it 5 copper, and we'll be good.
I'll take that then.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, if you don't mind, my shift is going to be up, and I'm going to go rest my feet. And you see him kind of back away. So, Lyra, you are stealthing in the back, finding that ledger. You get eyed by Corvala, kind of like darting in around her feet. She's kind of stepping up. Damn rats. Before you go, Inbar, come here and take care of these. Kind of do a sweep throughout the shop, and you are quickly being kind of shooed out of this the inside of here. without time to get to the ledger itself, as you were spotted in your rat form. Was that your reroll in the chat too?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I missed that one. That was
got
man.
So I rolled 2 3s and a 2 in a row because the first time I rolled with my stats. So.
Oh, yeah, that's not good. Yeah, so they caught you there and have shooed you out. And as they're doing that and they get you out, the two that were there helping you start heading down one of the streets in the wide, and they see two people. They kind of meet a little bit away from the tent, and you see them kind of, like exchange a few pleasantries as there is a new set of vendors coming in or employees coming in.
Can I try to go in again while they're kind of exchanging words?
All right. This might be a good time if Jam wants to maybe help out in a sort of musical number, and then we can help justify a reroll there. Yeah, another.
I noticed that I've been kind of keeping a keen eye out and also a keen eye to see if there's anybody maybe potentially getting ready to infiltrate the shop, bust up our game. So I roll performance.
Yeah, go ahead.
And that is a 19.
Ooh. All right. Yeah, so you start playing and you're kind of catching the ear. What instrument are you playing?
I'm playing the... Oh my god!
There's so many to choose from.
There's so many to choose from. I'm going to play the lute. I'm just gonna go. Okay. I'm gonna go basic ass bard. And I'm gonna play the lute.
Yeah, acoustic version of what Jambard Jovi song.
Oh man. Well, I mean, it's not gonna be a JBJ song if I have my way. I was actually looking up songs about books, and you would not believe how few songs there are about books.
Huh.
There just are no songs about books.
Yeah.
There are none. So I'm just gonna play. I think because I was listening to it earlier tonight, I think I'm gonna play. "Believe" by Cher.
Oh yeah.
Because that's a party starter.
Yeah.
It's a party starter.
It's a jam.
You hear that and then everybody just starts going, "Oh my god!" and freaking out.
Yeah. You just start seeing people before they move to make eye contact. You just see them start kind of, bouncing a little bit.
I'm pointing to people. I'm saying, "Do you believe in life after love?" And I'm pointing at everybody, and they're having existential crises all over the place. This is exactly what I wanted.
And and with that, Corvala within the tent just kind of starts looking up and out, and that will give let's give another stealth roll with this mouse.
Could I argue with advantage?
Let's do it.
Yay!
I like it. You didn't even have to argue.
7.
That's rough. That was a 7 and a 4. For all you following along at home.
Do you want to take my reroll?
There is multiple rerolls. I feel like
I don't want to use another reroll.
I feel like
There's a bunch. Take one.
Do it. I want this to happen.
We have them. That's what they're for. They're to be used.
Okay.
This is it. This is the tide turning. It's gonna happen. And look at that.
If it's low, I'm setting fire to the shop.
That's better. We're climbing the ladder. Rung by rung, we'll get there. That's a 10. But London just gave another reroll. So there you go. With a 10 and her attention being put out to this beautiful number, can you make your voice kind of do the digital crack that Cher does in the song? You can. I think it just happens with a 19.
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Be careful. Don't tempt me. I have my automaton. I have it.
Lyra, you are able to get up onto that shelf, nose over the pages. And what are you looking for?
I want to see if there's any record of where those books came from.
Okay. There is no receiving receipts. This is purely outgoing. we made this much on this book, this much on this book, and kind of a log of all the outgoing books. And you're kind of like shuffling through, getting a couple pages turned, and page after page, it's all outgoing. You do see some other smaller books and scrolls down there, but nothing seems to be showing where these are coming from.
Okay. Do the two that we know about, were they sold around the same time?
Yeah, within a few days of each other. Valor and the Dark, what was it called? The Dark Hunger was about 2 weeks ago, and then the Mazfroth's Mighty Digressions was about 10 days ago.
Okay. I want to make mental note of all of the books sold and the people.
Okay.
Or either or. I don't necessarily have to try to remember both from when the first one was sold until now.
Okay. So, say that one more time. Sorry. My brain
Just
was...
like I'm trying to, obviously, like I can't take notes. I can't write down things because I'm a mouse.
Okay.
I'm just going to try to like make a mental snapshot of all the names of the titles and or the people who bought them.
Okay.
So we can cross-reference to see if any of those made it to Candlekeep.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Give me, let's see. I think that's going to be kind of an investigation check. As you're quickly trying to commit them to memory.
21.
There you go. Yeah, you're able to get a good chunk of a few pages, kind of locking them into memory.
Okay, I'm gonna turn the page back to where it was when I came in.
Okay.
And squeak my way out quietly.
All right. Yeah, and you're able to kind of get down and out the tent rather quickly. And at that point, the other two new employees are coming in. You see Corvala get attention taken away from Jambar Jovi and over to these employees, and she starts to converse with them. She reaches down, grabs the ledger now that you're gone, and starts, relaying some of the information, today's sales. And she does at the end of that say, keep an eye out. You know the business. I am going to go home and rest. And she begins to go out the tent and down the same alley that the other two went down prior.
I'm gonna, outside the stall, kind of like maybe behind it, turn back into a tiefling, and then come in and ask if they have any books of poetry in Celestial or Infernal. Or any books about the gods.
You see this, one of the people that came in is a very old, kind of grizzled face, gray hair that is kind of slicked back. You're looking for poetry. Speaking to my heart. Thank you. Finally, some poetry. Yes, we have exactly that. Let me go grab it. He kind of, hobbles into the back. You see this person is a little messier. The boss is away, so he's kind of messing things up. You see him just dropping stuff down. Yes, poetry. This one. It's yours. I mean, for a price. I can't just let it walk out of here for free.
Of course.
Anyways. It's going to be 2 silver for this rarity.
Done.
Making a sale already. You are lovely. Any exchanges, wares? What's everyone else doing?
Dynamo's just kind of been over in the corner with his head buried in the book, and for a second he looks up and says, "This is quite interesting. It says if you stand on the south side of a tree at sundown and jump 3 times, it is a sign of peace."
Who knew?
And goes back to his book.
I probably wrap up. I put away the loot. Just kind of head in and say, "Hey, what's going on? How's it going? Everybody good? We good?"
All right. You made 10 silver pieces while you're playing out there. Just, a total of 10 silver pieces.
I quit the party and I become a professional busker.
No reason to adventure. There some of that is bronze pieces, but all calculated together, 10 silver pieces.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was enticing.
I made money. Do you need to buy a book? Lyra, you need to buy a book?
Oh, I already bought my book.
Oh, okay.
Besides, you earned that.
So Almathea has been over kind of looking for any astronomy books as well, and she sees the new person who comes in and turns to him and says, quite a selection here. I made a purchase earlier. I just couldn't leave that. This is just quite fascinating. What are some of the books here that you find most fascinating that you would recommend, or maybe just seem to have special properties?
You know what? You know about me. I don't actually read any of these books, so I really couldn't help you. I mean, if you see one you like, I could sell it to you, but I can't tell you what's in any of them. And this is kind of a younger looking male. Just it's not something I'm into.
I see. I hear sometimes books though can have special properties. Anything like that in your collection, or something that's come through? Strange happenings?
Well, some of the other people were talking about one that kind of attacked somebody else. Like, that was weird. We had never seen one of those before.
Oh, that's very odd. Just one book, though?
One that I know of, yeah. Why was there? Is there supposed to be more?
Oh, no.
Do you remember what it was called?
I was wondering if there was some sort of, if it was just... I was curious as to how rare that type of thing would be. So Almathea is playing just straight out, just naive to see.
Yeah, give me a persuasion check.
Whoa! I'm going to use my reroll.
All right.
14.
That's better. That's a little better. After Nidalia's death, Corvala's been doing some. He kind of looks around. You don't see. I'm looking for Zan. If he's close, I can. He's looking around a little bit, darting his eyes. And he leans in to whisper to you. She's been doing some weird stuff down in her office. I don't know much about it.
Weird?
Yeah.
Weird noises or words?
Words mostly. Words, yeah.
Oh, intriguing.
Where is her office located?
I don't know that I should say that much. I think I've already gotten in trouble. I said enough.
Oh, we won't let her know that you were the one to tip us off. Besides, we could save someone's life.
He's kind of like rubbing his neck a little bit. You promise?
Oh yes, we would only. I mean, we would only use this information for good. I mean, truly.
Okay, yeah. People are getting.
We're extremely trustworthy.
People are getting attacked and hurt.
Pull out my amulet that indicates my title. I'm like,
whoa!
I give you my royal promise.
Well, if you're royalty, you should have said something sooner. All right. We have a house that we all kind of live in. Down that way. Maybe you saw her leaving in that direction.
So, Yes.
It's in the Blackgate neighborhood. It's not far from here. In the outer city, yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you. You've been very, very helpful. And
I didn't tell you anything.
oh no,
Not at all.
Tell us what.
So, and Almathea is going to go ahead and step on out and regroup with Lyra and Dynamo. Because I assume that they would have seen which direction everyone was going. Possibly, we know they're outside, so I'm going to go out quickly and be like, Jam, Dynamo. Well, actually, Dynamo's inside with me. So, Jam, did you happen to see which direction the last shift just went?
I don't remember if that was before or after I came inside.
You were playing as you
inside
saw them going
Okay,
out.
then yes. Yes, I do. Whether I remember is a wisdom roll away.
And then, and then as you were kind of cleaning up, and not cleaning up, but gathering your silver pieces.
No, I was cleaning up. There were panties everywhere. It was a really good performance.
Oh. It was so
and
good.
that's the
Yeah. You saw Corvala heading that way as well. So you have a general direction in which they were going. And paintings. Yeah, paintings everywhere. Thank you. And you saw a general direction. And there, that was probably like 2 minutes ago. So, making it that way quicker might give you some tailing opportunities.
I can't track at all, so someone who can track.
I am a winged tiefling. So I will just take off and try to fly to catch up.
Okay.
It doesn't. It's not any faster than running. It's the same speed. But
Okay.
maybe I'll get an aerial view at least. I'm gonna try to I don't know if there's clouds or whatnot. But...
No clouds today. It's rather a clear day. But yeah, you get up and above the people, and you do get eyes from the guards that are around. Quickly bring up some crossbows, but then they realize it's not a threat, and then they're back to their business. Go ahead and give me a perception check as you are now up above, and I'll say with advantage since you're up above. Away from the crowds.
24.
There we go. Now we're on the right track of those rolls. Yeah, you're able to pick out. Corvala has made it up to the other two, so there's the pack of 3 of them are moving through, and they're just to the edge of the wide, and they are now heading into the outer city.
Okay.
I was going to say, as I would have been leaving, I would have kind of done a quick signal to Draz and Dynamo as well. And I know that Lyra was there next to me so that they would know, hey, we're going outside. So that way it's not just everybody helter-skelter every way. But now whether they followed me or not.
Yeah. I was like pretending to browse, but mostly I had my claw in my chin trying to puzzle out what we've already gathered information-wise and not coming up with anything. So I will follow the rest
All right.
out.
It's small enough that they would have overheard the discussion anyway, though, right? Inside this tent?
Yeah.
Got it.
All right. So you're all making your way, following. Lyra, are you staying airborne?
Yes, I'm gonna stay that way so they know which direction to go.
Okay. All right.
Without going directly above where they are, kind of behind, so that unless they look up and behind, they're not gonna notice me.
Okay. Let me open the right one here. Yeah, so as you're moving through and getting closer to the end of the wide and out of the upper city and into the outer city, you see the stark contrast that is the affluent side of the upper city. and then this kind of more meager side of the outer city. You're seeing the stench of stables and horses, just kind of those beasts of burden kind of permeating the air. Life is hard out here, but you do see them making their way to a dilapidated looking hovel with some wooden walls, located in the street begins to narrow and is kind of tucked away in a corner and kind of almost a cul-de-sac kind of feel to it. And you see them enter this little house from a front door.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of double back a little bit to check to make sure the group is following, and then land.
Yeah, and I think everybody's kind of keeping up with you, following along.
Yep.
So they have entered, the pack of 3 have entered. How would you like to approach this? While you're thinking of that, Fleshsmith, thanks for the 25 months. Whew. Nobody was even
a toddler.
around. Nobody was even around back then.
It's a toddler.
Toddling. All right. How would you like to approach this hovel?
Okay, so just so I'm got everything.
Mm-hmm.
We followed them because why?
Because she's been doing weird things in her office with words, like dark things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the two key clues that maybe have led you here was one, what I forgot his name already. He was that important. Told you about the weird things that she's doing. And 2, the insight check when she was talking about some of those books kind of gave away a little deception there.
Okay. So we need to get inside and do some searching without getting caught.
Or to confront her, now that we know what we know. Or try to catch her in the act.
Let's see if we can circle this hovel and find a window to the office. Or a door that's close to it.
Yes, I think stealth would be very wise decision at this time. If we're not sure what she's been doing in her office, we don't know if it could be something terribly malevolent.
From what you can see in the front of the building and down one of the sides that you have view on, you do not see any windows on those 2 sides. You just see the wooden siding and then the one front door.
Is there a chimney? And does it look wide enough for humanoids?
You see one smaller pipe coming out that it's not like... It's pretty small. You wouldn't be able to fit as is in it. And it is currently bellowing some darker smoke.
Okay. I'll point out to Amalthea as a potential entry for one of us, but since it's currently lit, probably wouldn't be the safest. So.
I guess, can we, quietly stealth up and just listen to see if we hear any conversation going on in this office?
Yeah, so anybody that is coming up, go ahead and give me a stealth check. That's getting close, and then I'll need a perception check as well.
I'm throwing on my mage armor.
Why would you do that?
22 stealth?
Why would you do that?
Oops,
Yeah, so
sorry.
stealth and a perception.
I am not the best at masking my
15
presence.
perception.
I shall wait here.
All right, we got a...
I'm gonna wait too.
Wow, these are some monster rolls, guys. Doing well. I did move you onto a map on Roll20. So you should be able to see that, yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did the right thing. I did the thing.
You did the thing. We're on a map.
So this is the front door.
Okay.
This is the front door.
Where would you like us to place our...
Yeah, so I would go ahead and place you somewhere within this region, and then you can, whichever side of the building you'd like to stealth around to, we can apply your perception check.
I suggest this way.
Okay.
This is a hovel. The siding is not like completely... The R value of this house is very minimal. So you can hear some creaking footsteps. But as you get closer to the center here, you do hear some snoring. And then more towards the back is where those footsteps are coming from.
I don't seem to be able to put my token on the map unless I'm just not...
Let's see what's going on here.
Remember to drag from the name, not the picture.
There, I got it.
may
Oh,
help.
there we go.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
I'll delete one. There you go.
I'm not a circle. You can't contain me. I'm an artist.
So yeah, Lyra, as you move stealth towards the back, you do hear some footsteps in the back corner, and then some snoring.
I want to draw closer to the footsteps.
Okay. Yeah, that would be like along that wall there, and kind of around the back, right here. Dang it.
And
right there.
trying to keep up with.
You hear like some footsteps, more of what was your perception check? 15.
15.
Okay. Yeah, you hear some footsteps back and forth, kind of, and some shuffling of items. Some like creaking of some hinges. We can say that. I think you could definitely pick that up.
I'm moving around the other side. I rolled a 20 for perception.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, on this side, this is where that pipe comes up, and through some of the cracks and from that pipe itself, you are getting the smell of food being prepared, being cooked.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's probably
yeah, and you can hear some general conversation happening.
Okay.
You really can't make out what it is, but you can hear people talking.
If I move back to the back corner here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you you can see Lyra around the corner, and you two make eye contact together.
Okay.
You can hear a familiar voice in this corner. You can hear Corvala speaking. Again, it's hard to make out exactly what she's saying, but you can kind of make out that it's her voice.
Do I only hear her voice and not
Yeah.
Okay. Can I hear a rhythm to the voice?
It's kind of broken in places, some longer pauses. If you're like trying to get to a ritual side of things, I don't think you'd consider this like a rhythmic chanting or anything like that.
Got it. All right. So I'm going to signal to Lyra and just kind of, say point to quietly to the within kind of to the wall or to there and just say, and I can hear. There's like signal that I can hear talking. Long hair, I guess, as if it's the character that we've just seen, Corvala, perhaps. I'm not quite sure what her physical description was. But indicate to Lyra that there is someone in there.
I'll kind of like motion to Draz to follow me and come over here and put my ear to the wall carefully.
Okay.
I put my hand on the board of the wall. So you said it's a hovel, so obviously these walls are going to be fairly thin, like it's just a board. Yep. And I'm going to use prestidigitation to make this board, and hopefully it goes through the other side, smell incredibly strongly of skunk.
All right. Okay, you do that. You cease to hear any voice. You hear her voice stop and pause. And you hear some footsteps. You hear a door opening and closing. And then that room becomes silent.
You said there's no window into the room?
Yeah, no windows in this. Now that you all have made it all the way around, no windows whatsoever.
Seems a little surprising. I'm just going to whisper quietly. Seems quite odd that there's no windows whatsoever. Perhaps they're hiding something in there?
And
it does seem suspicious.
Jam and Dynamo. From your far back position, you see the door open. And you see a humanoid, but very upright jackal-like, peeking their head out. And you can see him start to sniff around. And begins to go and walk this way. That's the next song. That's the encore by Jam Baulder Jovi, is Walk This Way by Aerosmith. And then at a certain moment you lose sight of that person, that humanoid.
We lose sight of them?
Yeah, he turns around the corner. I'm imagining you're on the map, kind of where you are, just further back away.
Yeah. Okay. Oh man, how far away would they have been whenever I saw them?
This person that came out, or your party?
Yeah, the person who came out.
Let's say they were. I'm gonna say as you were trying to stay back. I'm gonna say let's 40 feet. I think is enough to. At the door is 40 feet away. At this point, they're around the corner. Their movement.
Okay. As I see them exit, and you can feel free to tell me no, because I didn't react and do this whenever I saw them before they turned the corner. I would like to cast Dissonant Whispers.
Okay.
Which will make them, if they fail, it will make them run in the opposite direction from me, as fast as they can.
All right.
And it doesn't have to move away before, but it'll have a hard time telling where I am regardless. Okay. So I'm doing this, and it shouldn't be able to tell where I am.
Okay.
So it's a 13 wisdom save, because everything's 13 for me whenever it comes to saves. So we'll see. Maybe
all right,
it's
13 wisdom save. Here we go.
Maybe it remembers a lot.
That's an 11, and we'll say it gets to the corner of this by the time you're like, ooh, 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 and then you do your thing, and it gets to the corner here.
Okay.
And you cast Dissonant Whispers.
It takes 3d6 psychic damage.
Ooh, shoot.
Nice.
I rolled 9 psychic damage.
All right. And it then...
Do I kill it?
No, it is like curling over, and he can't quite make it around the corner, but curling over, and now just kind of moving back and forth. You see him stagger a little bit. Continues moving in that direction, though, away from
gonna run.
you.
He's just sprinting
Yeah.
as fast as he can.
Yeah,
As fast
holding and sprinting. And I think at this point we should roll initiative.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
All right.
Let me pull that initiative open. Let me clear it.
Click your
And
token first.
Click your token first.
Clicky.
Clickety click. That token first.
Oh my god.
What happened?
I just rolled a 1. It's just fantastic. I love it so much.
That's awesome. All right. Did everybody get in there? Scanning. Descending. All right.
I don't see mine mostly because I don't have initiative on my character
right.
sheet because I'm rolling off character. I've gone off the grid.
What? And you rolled a 1 total?
No, I rolled a 4.
A
It
4.
was 1
Okay.
plus 3.
Gotcha.
Actually,
All right.
1 plus.
You're still
3.
at the not. You're down there with Dynamo, holding up the rear. All right.
We're a little bit far away.
This creature that has been whispered dissonantly, Careless Whisper. We can just change that to Careless Whisper. Boom. Let me get on the right. Get on my layer, dude. Okay, there we go.
Pull out the saxophone.
Yeah. Just kind of starts running off screen, and at a moment in the distance, you hear a thud. Like they ran into the building next to them. Lyra, that's going to lead us to you. You hear that thud taking place.
Okay. I want to try to head towards the other two since I feel like something's happening. So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I think I'll use my action to dash.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And just kind of like, what's going on?
Okay. Yeah, you kind of, you can see the rest of your party distance away. You're like, yeah, what's going on here? So that was your action movement. Any bonus?
I'm going to say my bonus for now.
All right. Amalthea.
I will have followed Lyra as well and ran down the side, but then wait. I won't actually run around the corner because I know that this is the door down here, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to come down to about this, and say, whisper over to this like party mate and say, "What's going on?"
All right, Draz, you see your compatriots there running away.
I shall join them. And I will. I'll stop here, and I'll repeat my skunkifying.
Okay, on that wall there.
Yep.
All right, I like it. Okay. You and Amalthea can hear a door open and close. Once that kind of sets in, you hear it. It's almost not so much a closing as it is a slam. All right, Jambar, Jovi, or Dynamo. You both rolled. You both are at 4.
I'll let Dynamo go first.
I'll let you decide.
Sure, yeah. Seeing our allies come around the other side, he'll start to move in towards the building, and get 30 feet closer.
Okay. Yeah. So I'd say you're where you are on the map now.
Okay.
We'll call that good.
And then he will look towards Lyra and say, "Did you find anything useful?" And I'll just, I'll wait to see what happens.
All right. Jam?
I'll catch up. I'll catch up too.
Okay. Yep. So you are where you're on your map. You have action, bonus action.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to use my bonus action to give Lyra bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Because we're in it. We're in it right now. So I woke up and I'm like, hello. And I start singing I Believe I Can Fly. And I give you bardic inspiration. So you add a d6 to your next ability check, save, or attack roll.
Okay. All right. You hear some more, those of you that are next to the house, hear some more kind of slamming of doors, moving around, but nothing else really happening. The one that ran away, do they get to make a save on their... Does that Dissonant Whisper stick with them, or is it one round and done?
You know, I was reading it. I didn't see that. I'll do a little bit more.
Okay. Yeah, let me know what you find. Lyra, that leads us to you.
Okay, seeing as Jam just inspired me, I'm gonna do a fist bump and cast guidance on her.
Ooh.
Just in case. And I'm gonna move so we're not all clustered together. 10, 15, 20, 25. And that'll be my turn.
Okay.
So Dissonant Whisper just had them use their reaction to move away. So that reaction was used for them to run away as fast as they could away from me. And then once their reaction was over, they were able to turn around.
Yeah, so, yeah, Lyra, you see this, again, now that it's close to you, you can see this jackalware kind of coming out, shaking its head and heading towards you. And it sees you and starts to kind of make a stronger beeline over in your direction. Gets about there. What are you doing?
Then I'd like to use my bonus action then and activate my starry form as the archer.
Ooh.
And so my joints look like stars, and there are like lines connecting them, like I'm a constellation. And I will throw a starry bolt at it.
Okay.
Because it clearly is a bad guy.
Yeah, it's moving in that aggressive kind of motion towards you. So go ahead and give me an attack
17?
roll. 17. That hits.
5 radiant damage.
Ooh. Still standing, but looking really rough. Kind of drops to a knee, but quickly gets back up as it's making its move towards you. Anything else, Lyra?
Nope. That's
all right.
Action, movement, bonus action.
Amalthea, what would you like to do? You can kind of peek around the corner and you can see Lyra doing some stuff.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and move around the corner but stop. I guess hold my action. Try to figure out which way does that door open? I'm going to hide behind the door. I don't know if it's going to which way it'll open out, but I'm going to wait because where there's one, there may be many.
Yeah. You can tell it opens in.
Yeah.
Okay. Holding an action. All right. Draz.
First, I will be joining everyone around the corner. Not much else I can do at the moment. So I think that's all. I'm just gonna come around and look at what's going on here.
Okay. All right. Again, you hear another door open and close within this room. or in this house next to you. And Amalthea, you can hear footsteps coming towards that door. Not enough movement to open it, but you hear somebody just on the other side. And that leads us to Jam.
I'm okay to defer to Dynamo. Since
Okay, yeah. Sorry, Dynamo.
It's okay. I know that in order we're flipped, but yeah.
Sure. Yeah, so he'll see Lyra go starry and kind of fire something off. So he will move over towards Lyra's side, going 30 feet. He'll round the corner, see the figure approaching, and he will draw his maul and some of his inner workings. Many tubes inside of him. There's a loud rushing of water as some hydroelectrics are powered. His fingers start crackling with electricity that he then presses against his maul, that then crackles around the head on various metal parts as he activates his Crimson Right. And he will say, "This is merely a precautionary matter. Please stand down before this gets ugly." And he will ready an action to attack the guy if he approaches aggressively. And I'll take 4 damage activating that.
All right. And he's kind of, salivating a little bit and breathing. You are the ones that started it. That leads us to Jam.
How big is this hovel?
Height-wise?
I would say like how long is the building?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. 30, it's roughly a square, so 35 by 35 feet. One floor.
Okay.
Shallow pitched roof.
Okay. I'm going to move in front of the door, and I'd like to be like right in front of the door.
Okay.
And I am going to ready a spell. I doubt I'll get to it, but like when the door opens, this is my like ready. When the door opens and if I see an enemy, I'm ready to cast sleep.
Okay.
So I'm prepared. I'm preparing that spell.
All right.
So,
Okay.
I'm ready.
So I'm going to go. Let's see.
I'm Dragon Ball Zing this one.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and move your token to in front of the door.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z. Oh yeah, where is the... Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm covering it now because I'm a square and not a circle. Darn it!
You cannot be contained.
I'm ready to play closing time.
No. So this Jackalware does enter your space, Lyra. So Dynamo, you had a readied action.
All right, I will swing them all as he approaches.
Anybody else have a readied action?
I have my scimitar.
Okay, yes, that's true, but this would be out
But
of
I'm not-
range. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
So Dynamo,
Okay.
you're readied maul.
19 to hit.
Okay. As your maul makes it you infused it with lightning.
Mhm.
Is there any magical properties to this attack? Does it become a
It does. The weapon itself does not become magical. It just does additional lightning damage.
Okay. So as you hit, there's some sort of kind of feedback from the maul that is telling you you hit. But the maul itself seems to almost become like cradled into the skin. It does not like push it at all. So the physical damage from the maul seems to do nothing, but any sort of lightning damage or any other damage, you can go ahead and roll that.
All right, yeah, it'll be
Aw.
1.
Yeah. You see him begin to crackle with lightning, but he's kind of shaking it off, and then he's going to take a bite attack at you, Lyra. That's a 13 to hit. That
Nope.
does not hit. Yeah, as it's the lightning that kind of gets him, and he kind of clenches his jaw, not able to get his mouth open, and kind of snouts you instead, doing nothing. Lyra, your turn.
All right, bonus action, throwing that starry bolt in
Okay.
his face.
Yeah, let's see that.
15.
15 hits.
5 radiant
Oh.
damage.
That is enough. Do you want to describe this? What this looks like?
Yeah, it's just that same like fuchsia energy comes out of my hand and just straight into his face.
Okay. Yeah, and just kind of wraps around him and like pulls him like almost like a gravitational pull, just pulls him down. And he now lying on the ground in front of you.
Okay, I'd like to fly up 10 feet
Ooh.
and over 5, 10,
I like it.
15.
Okay.
And be kind of up and behind.
Okay.
And I will ready... Well, so produce flame... Like, can I have the flame in my hand, but then like use my action to throw it, or how does that work? I don't know. Is it the same as preparing any other spell?
Yeah, I would imagine. Take a quick look here. Appears in your hand. The flame remains there for the duration. And yeah, I could say you have it prepared and you're ready to throw it out there. What is the range itself?
Or a creature within 30 feet of
Okay,
you.
yep. Yes. So yeah, you can have it prepared, and then if you see something that triggers that preparation, boom, you got it.
Okay.
All the effects of produce flame. All right. Amalthea, your readied action was not triggered, so you are up with a whole new slate of opportunities.
Well, at this time, I mean, we don't have any other. We don't have anyone outside. But
Nobody outside. You hear rustling and slamming of doors. Kind of trying to figure out maybe what that skunk smell is. Someone has moved to you, closer to that door, from what you can tell, but has not made their way out yet.
All right. And have I been able to see this? Was I able to actually see this form?
It's kind of tough from where you're at. Dynamo definitely sees it, and Jam sees it. Lyra sees it, but I mean, if they relay it to you, then we can make that happen. But from where you're at, it's kind of that point of view, that angle, it's kind of cut off by the corner.
Yeah. So I guess what I would want to do is, can I essentially do some type of I don't know if it's Arcana check in regards to what this creature is and any weaknesses it may have, in case we have more that are going to be coming out?
Yeah, give me either Arcana or Nature, whenever you're most comfortable with. Oof. Some rerolls in the chat there. That was 2 4s. Yep.
Do we have any rerolls?
There are 3 rerolls in the chat, and this is a good time to, if you got channel points there in the chat, you want to help our party out, they might need it.
All right, let's see. I'm going to attempt that. I'm going to use 1 reroll.
Okay, all right.
I think this will help us in the coming fight too.
Ooh.
Oh, there we go. That's nice. There's a
That's
reroll.
quite the turnaround. That is a nat 20. From what Lyra has relayed, you could tell this is a jackalware, and you know that they're pretty vicious when grouped, but also if you're not dealing with damage with a silvered weapon or some sort of magical means, they are immune.
Okay. So I'm going to relay this to everyone and say, it looks like we've come across perhaps there might be a pack. Everyone prepared? Are we going to go into, or are we going to just go back to the bar? Just kidding. I'm sure the bard wouldn't mind. Makes more silver pieces. So, but yeah, that's
okay.
it for me.
All right. Draz.
All right. Vicious monster popping out of the door. Hiding information about a book.
Putting it all
As
together.
They are impeding our research. And so I say, let's go in. Right now, though, Jam is in front of the door.
Yeah, Jam is right there.
Okay.
Lyra is up in the air.
Okay. I don't just want to go kick in the door,
You can.
but I don't want to shove anybody out of the way.
You can move.
You could knock on the door and
Yeah.
see if somebody answers it.
Yeah, I'll reach over and
Okay.
knockety knock.
All right. I like it. Let me do some shifting here.
Quick, move the body around the corner.
So the door opens like as you are going to knock. You get one knock in, but the door opens immediately after that one knock. And this man in there is opening the door and he's pulling it in. Zan, where are you? What's up with this skunk smell? And he sees you there, and he kind of like stumbles back. And he's gonna work to close the door.
He activates my trap card.
All right. Jam, what happens there?
So I cast sleep, but I cast it past him because I don't want to catch any of us
Okay.
in it.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to cast it as far into the room as I can see. And there is no save on it. It is just 5d8 HP of the creatures that I hit. And the lowest will
All right.
get that first.
Do you want to roll that 5d8?
I'm rolling it in Bed Bath and Beyond. Oh my god, nope, that did not work. I'm gonna roll it in somewhere else so everybody can see it. I think it's just... Oh my god, that was a terrible roll. 15. Do I even catch anyone? It goes for the lowest HP first.
The one in front of you is all that you can see.
Okay.
And he's like, you can see him kind of pushing this door, and he's kind of got his head around, and you see his eyes start to flutter, and his hands just begin to slide down the door, lands onto the ground, falling asleep. Right in front of you. I turn and I say, grab the body. And as you peek in, I'll reveal a little bit more here. You don't see anybody else in this room, but you see several mismatched chairs scattered around this homely common room. A couple of mugs and plates sit on a small circular table in the center of the space. A tattered and faded rug decorates the wooden floor. This looks kind of like a dining area, common space. And he is the only one. And you see one door to the right as you peek in. Now, that was your readied action. It is now your turn, so you have a full array there.
I will say, since I'm in the way, I'll take the action first this time. I pull him out of the doorway and outside and just, move him. I'm just moving back here. Come with me, friend.
Yeah, and you're able to do that easy enough with, a sleeping buddy. Yeah, you pull him through.
Is there a wood pile outside of this hovel or something that we can kind of stash behind?
Yeah, there was a stack of manicured wood. What is that? It is what would be for a fire. It's kind of all stacked up, and I'll say that's kind of right on this corner, right over here.
I think perhaps we should move these bodies someplace where they won't draw attention from passerbys, or if anyone else comes out, they'll think maybe they just went for a smoke break or something.
Well, the one guy isn't actually dead. He's just asleep, so we should probably tie him up and gag him.
That leads us to Dynamo.
Yes, upon Amalthea's suggestion, he will start to drag the body of this guy over here and start to drag him towards the wood pile.
Yeah, we can say you get him to about here with your movement and your, you have some mechanical strength there. No check needed. Yeah, you're able to get him to there. Not quite on the other side of the pile, but to the pile is where we're at. And there's the wood pile right there. All right. Lyra, that leads us to you.
Okay. I think since we already have one separated from them, I think I'm gonna go in.
Okay.
I'll fly down 5, 10, 15, 20. And I want to ready. Oh no. You know what? I will. 25. I'm going to open the door if it's open.
Okay. I like that. Let me do this.
It's a one shot. I'm more reckless during one shots.
Yeah. So in this room, as you get there and you peek your head through, you see it looks like a hallway, but there are cots like laid out among it or through it. It just looks like a real wide corridor. Crowded space is occupied by 6 narrow cots, and you do see one person sleeping on one of the cots.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of stage whisper out.
There he is. You see him. This person, humanoid form, sleeping there on the cot.
I just will whisper out that someone's sleeping, and I'm gonna prepare the produce flame just in case.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna attack a sleeping form.
Amalthea?
I'm going to go ahead and enter the room based on Amalthea. Based on her stage whisper, and step over to this door and listen.
Okay. You hear just like sizzling. But you don't hear any voices or anything.
Okay. I will, I've got my scimitar on my side, and I think then I'll just stand there, just hold and wait, see if anything happens.
All right. Draz, leads us to you.
Will be joining my compatriots inside. And for now, should anyone come out of either door, I'm holding a firebolt to throw at them.
Okay. The person asleep. Do they get? Are they just asleep until they are? Do they get a save?
1 minute.
It's been a while since sleep has ever worked in a game I've been a part of.
Yeah, they just make it an auto success now. Yeah, it's 1 minute, so it'll be 10 rounds.
Okay.
10 rounds.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, he's deep in sleep. Jam, your turn.
He's having a good one.
Yeah.
I'll let Dynamo go again.
Okay, Dynamo.
Okay. Yeah, I'll bring this guy the rest of the way to the wood pile.
Okay.
And then, with my remaining movement, so would that be like just 5 feet or 10 feet to get?
We'll say you used 15 to get him there.
Okay.
That got you to there, and then you kind of slumped him over, and then so whatever feet you have left.
Yes, I will use my remaining 15 feet to get back over towards the door to join the companions inside the building.
All right, Jam.
I look at this sleeping guy, and I'm like, I'm just gonna tie him up because I don't think we tied him up, right?
I don't believe so.
Okay, I attempt to tie him up. I can't remember what that would be. If that would be survival? No.
I'd probably do like a dex.
Okay.
There's also a building right there. You should be able to see that. We'll say there's kind of an alleyway there with another building. Looks same kind of hoveled house. Nothing's been stirring over there, but just so you have more options.
Okay. I'm gonna tie him up, and then I'm also gonna cover him in leaves because I'm assuming we're in the woodsish area. I'm gonna make him look like he fell asleep and got covered in leaves.
Yeah, there's enough stuff around that you can kind of get it all piled up, and yeah.
So I'll give it a dex roll.
Yeah. How good are your knots?
11.
All
My
right.
knots are 11 good.
Yeah, you feel pretty good about it. Pretty good
And then
about it.
If I have the ability to, I move.
Yeah, you have all of your movement, so.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I technically move 35, so I'm going to make it all
Nice.
the way in there.
I like it.
Because satyrs are fast little guys. We're fasties.
All right. Lyra, you can see the one in the hallway sleeping start to... But he just rolls over and faces the wall at this point. Lyra, your turn. There are 2 doors
Okay,
in this hallway as well.
I'm gonna enter the room and listen at the wall
Okay.
of this door.
Dead quiet. Dead quiet.
I'll open it.
All right. Let me find the right tab here. I will say these maps are kind of boring. They didn't give any like little drawings in there. This is a storage room, and you can see, except for a corner with 2 stacked wooden trunks, the walls of this room are lined with half-empty bookshelves. So
Okay.
there are 2 wooden trunks in here, and then the rest are bookshelves, about half full.
Since I feel like we have a little time, I'm gonna go in and I want to do a quick look around and see if there's anything interesting in the trunks or the bookshelves.
In the trunks, you find a small amount of money, random copper, gold, silver pieces, nothing substantial. And then the books, in a little side table, you do see a stack of books that seem to have been pulled off the shelf. You can see some empty voids where books were kind of smushed together, and you see ones that are pulled out. And after looking enough, you can tell the amount of spaces they've been put into a stack here.
Okay.
You know, for whatever reason. But
Does it seem like this is the place where they were enchanting the books?
there's nothing arcane in here. This is very storage room. And after looking at the books, they are all very kind of common books. Nothing really like sticking out here.
Okay. I will ready another. Well, I guess probably my action to do all that.
Yeah, I would say that's your action to kind of engage with any of that stuff and look around.
So yeah, I'll just stay
Okay.
in there for now.
All right. Amalthea?
I'm going to move into that middle room.
Okay, the hallway.
Yes. Because I don't think there's anyone. I think that from everything, the description from before, the smells, the pipe, all that,
Yeah.
that's the kitchen. And I know that when I'd heard voices from that back corner. So I have some idea of orientation.
Okay.
Move over here, but not too close. Quietly, stealthily. So I'm only going to basically be able to move to about like, I guess like I'm going to be here, but being very quiet about it. So
Yeah.
I don't wake up.
Yeah.
Spooky.
If you're making your way down to that end of the hallway, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
I will. Okay. Ooh. And I've also yes, okay. So that's my stealth check.
That was a 5. Okay. There are 2 rerolls out there. Just throwing that out there. 3, 2, 1.
I would say since this is a game that I know we're Yeah, we're probably getting close to it. I'm going to re-roll that because this would probably not be the best time to give us up.
All right, 14. It's better. All right. Yeah, so you're kind of keeping close to that wall, moving down the hallway. Draz, that leads us to you.
Okay. I will also join my compatriots in this room and see the sleeping man. I don't think I can do anything. It isn't violent.
I only know violence.
You know, I have enough movement, so I will join Ira in this room.
Yeah. Again,
And
basic storage room, some books.
There's no door. Oh, that's the only door.
Yeah, only door in.
Okay.
You give me a perception check if you'd like. But it looks like a pretty basic room. Not a whole lot going on there.
I will take at least a scan.
Yeah.
To see what.
Yeah. Yeah. No false doors. No bookshelves that come sliding out. Everything is pretty straightforward here.
All right. That. Just to not block Lyra, and I'll step over in case she wants to go out.
Okay.
But that's it.
All right. Jam or Dynamo.
No, would you like to go?
Dynamo, go ahead.
Okay. All right. I
Do it.
will enter the building for 10 feet of movement. Kind of look towards Jam. Have they gone in this door or this door?
I point toward the door that I saw them go through.
Yeah, straight ahead.
I'll go 15 more into this hallway.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I'll just step right next to Amalthea and see where she's trying to lead towards.
Okay. Yeah, and you can see her, stealthing over to that far end.
To reduce my noise making as much as possible.
Okay. Yeah, no stealth check yet, but if you move any further down there, we'll go that route. All right, Jam.
We have not opened the door in this room, correct?
Correct.
I'm not going to do that because it seems really reckless to open it behind everybody. At the same time, I'm kind of getting like Star's attitude too, where I'm like, it's all I'm going to be like, why does nobody care about this door? And I go and I open up this door to see what's in here.
Yeah, I love that so much.
I don't check to see if there's a trap. I'm a reckless abandon, but also quietly opening a door.
Yeah, this is the kitchen, and you see a pot of some kind of stew boiling over, and that is what, as it's hitting some of the flame, and whoa, hell, hold on. Sorry. Cranky old mage gifting subs out there caught my eye. Thank you, Cranky. 5 of them to be exact.
Oh, Cranky.
But so this kitchen is small but clean and organized. You see a row of pots and pans. On one side of the fireplace, a cutting board and knife rest on a counter. Clean plates and utensils sit in a matching counter on the other side. But this pot has been left unattended and is now boiling over. And you can see that one stovepipe going up.
I'm probably going to try and move the pot off of there and take it to where I think, because it's probably going to start creating, it might burn the place down.
Okay.
So I remove it and put it somewhere where where I assume a pot would go that's boiling if I would.
Yeah. You see a hot pad there, and you're able to just move it to a burner that's not lit, and it kind of simmers.
That's my turn.
It simmers down. You used your action to stop boiling water.
Burning down. Okay.
That brings us to Lyra.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and move 5, 10, and then stealthily try to go past.
Yeah, stealth roll.
Didn't do.
Ooh,
Not 14.
Not bad. Yeah.
15, 20.
You feel pretty stealthified.
25, 30.
Okay.
And I want to open the door.
All right. Yeah, you do that. So in this room, you see a large wooden desk that takes up most of this room. On top of the desk, a quill and a bottle of ink sit next to a leather-bound journal. A pair of decorative swords hangs on the wall behind the desk. There's a single bed tucked against the western wall.
Okay.
So it looks kind of office-like / sleeping room. You can assume it's Corvalla's special room, but not in here.
Okay. Can I see this from where I am?
Yeah, so this map, they only show you the trapdoors. They don't show you anything else. But yeah, I think enough as you're peeking your head in, you see that under the bed there is a little pull handle.
Okay. I'm going to kind of like indicate to them quietly, silently, that something is in here. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my action to dash to get into the room.
Okay.
And peek around, maybe look at the journal real quick.
Okay. Yeah, at quick glance, you could tell this is like a personal journal of Corvalla's. And you pick up a few words that stick out and reoccur. And one of those is Gingwatsum. And the other is, I know I'm not going to, Nidalia. Gingwatsum and Nidalia kind of are two names that kind of stick out and reoccur.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Emelthea, you've already given me a stealth check, and I think you're good.
Okay. Well, then, based on her signal, I'm going to move into that room as well. From where I was at, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. So, yeah. So I'll move into there as well.
Okay. Yeah, and you see Lyra
under the bed.
at the desk, and she gives you that signal.
So I'll see the pull handle and
Okay.
see if we can. At this point, can I do a listen?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
check
Give me
it.
a perception check as you're kind of creeping under the bed. You hear a voice for sure down there, but again, with the barriers between you, you can't make out what they're saying. Again, sounds like Corvalla.
Okay, I will prepare my Thunder Wave spell.
All right, Dress.
Okay, I'm definitely stepping out of the room here. And I really don't like leaving this sleeping guy behind us.
Bad news.
But I also don't want to just murder him. So I'm going to hover over his bed with my dragon claw. And I'm just going to cover his mouth.
All right. Okay.
And draw my spear with my other hand and point it at him.
Oh my god.
Okay.
You know, if he wakes up, I'm definitely going to whisper.
What? He is going to wake up and sees this happening, and he's going to try to grab your wrist and pull it off. So if you want to,
So
we might
grapple check.
Yeah, we'll have a contested roll here. So, I guess he's got to use strength.
This would be strength versus strength.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. You're able to
That's
just
funny.
keep that hand there. If you'd like to make an attack roll, you can. But knowing what you know about these jackalwares given to you from Lyra.
I tell you what I will do is I will let some kind of cold mist come right out of my mouth, as if he moves, I am releasing my breath weapon on him.
All right. Yeah, he's trying to get your hand off his mouth. So I mean, he failed, but so
Right.
he's not moving anywhere for this
well-
round.
But he's not giving up the struggle either.
No.
All right. Was the contest my action?
No, because I'm going to say you had it on there, and it was more of a reaction as he was trying to pull it off. We'll say that. That'll be my justification for you to be able to breath weapon this guy.
Yeah. Okay. Then he needs to make a DC 11 con save.
All right. There it goes. That's a 19. He woke up.
I still think he still takes half, I believe. Yeah, half. So 2d6 and then half that. 9. So 4. As I just breathe this coldness right on him.
Yeah, definitely crackles around him. You can see him wince in that pain. Definitely connects.
Where I'll give up.
All right. It is his turn. He's going to try again to break free. But this time, less of a power struggle and more of like trying to shift his body out from underneath you. So he's going dex. Oh, wow. That was a 5.
And I'll do my strength. 14.
Yeah, you're able to just kind of keep him pinned there with the aid of, him being kind of slowed by the ice. He's hanging there. That was his action. Jam. You're hearing some commotion now within the hallway next to you.
I will take this one over Dynamo, and I'll make my I'll make my move into the other room.
Okay, and you
man.
see Draz over this man, holding him down.
Draz must hate that guy. I'm like, go Draz, but I say it quietly. And that's it.
All right, Dynamo.
All right. Dynamo will see this interaction going on with Draz and the man and kind of step up next to Draz and look at him and say, "Do you have this under control, or would you like assistance?"
Hit him!
Understood. And Dynamo will swing his maul at the guy.
Okay.
So it'll be a 13 to hit.
That hits.
All right. So in that case, he will take 4 lightning damage.
Nice. Yeah, so cold and lightning back to back. He's struggling, but he's still there. It is now his turn. No, actually, I had him go in the other. I had him go in Theron's turn, so I'll skip his turn. That was my fault. Lyra.
Okay, I'm gonna just kind of like confer with Amalthea real quick and like, ready? To see if she's prepared for me to... Yeah, okay. I will pull open the lever.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of shove the bed out of the way, pull open the lever, and when you see a set of narrow stairs that descend down about 15 feet to a circular chamber that you can just kind of catch the edge of it. You see a couple padlock trunks, but you do see the feet of a kneeling Corvala down there, back to you.
I'm gonna yell down to her, stop what you're doing right now. And I will prepare an action.
You don't understand what I need to stop, and I don't understand why you have followed us here. That's what she'll say. And she's kind of speaking over her shoulder back at you up the stairs. Anything
We
else?
know you created the books that attacked people.
That was an unintended side effect. That was never my intention to hurt anybody. I have one goal. That is to bring Nadalia back to life. And you are interrupting that. I'm sorry people have died, but it is not too much to ask that my pack lives in peace and that we get Natalia back into her rightful place. And
So it's all right to hurt other people and kill other people?
again, it was an unintended side effect of what is happening here.
If you really wanted to do this the right way, you would have taken her to a temple.
Things like that cost money. And money does not come easily here in Baldur's Gate. And I think that'll be the end of 6 seconds. Amothea, you hear this happening. What would you like to do?
Briefly taken aback by losing the element of surprise and saying, and so I'm going to turn to Lyra and say, well, she knows we're here. Perhaps we should wait for the others before we go down. And I'm going to peek out and see what's going on, what's keeping the rest of our party. But let's not proceed until we establish what's going on with the rest of them.
Yeah, you see
So I'm gonna,
shenanigans happening in the hallway. Draz?
Okay, well, enough of struggling with this guy. I do have my spear in my hand, so it's coming down right on his chest or face or something. So I am stabbing the fucker.
Okay.
16.
Okay.
7. I'm doing it one-handed because my other hand's holding him down.
Your spear kind of shanks off the side and doesn't make any contact. It's almost like there's some sort of armor you can't quite see. Some sort of something happening there. Arcane shield that is protecting his body. Where you're cold and the lightning did make him wince. This kind of sheds off to the side.
I'll just growl at him, give up again.
All right. Yeah, at that point, he stops the struggle to get your hand off. And you see it, he just kind of brings his hands to his side. And that's going to be his action. Dynamo, Jam?
Go for it, Dynamo.
All right. So does it look like this guy has, his hands are at his
Yeah, the struggle stopped. He's sitting there, not really moving, making, eyes darting back and forth from the two of you.
Mm-hmm. Dynamo will start to make his way past the guy, and then does he seem like he's, trying to make any moves as I...
No, he kind of watches you head that way, but does not try to engage.
Okay. Dynamo will head into the room and kind of take his... make sense of the surroundings and look to the other two and say, do we need to pursue down these stairs? Is there anything interesting?
I believe they're mid-ritual.
Good or bad?
Could be bad.
Ah, I shall find out. And he will dash down the stairs.
All right. Yeah, Corvallis says, it does not have to be bad. You can leave us be. But you make, you can making your way downstairs. Okay.
Can I see, anything of what's going on down here?
You see her with a book kind of displayed out in front of her that she before you came down and kind of like now have interrupted her, she was enchanting. She was speaking to and working with. You see 2 chests to the left and right of her that are padlocked. And at this point, she is getting ready to close the book.
A book. I also am a bit of a reader. What is your intention with this book?
Are we going to have a conversation? Or is this going to end in blows?
It depends. Are your intentions good or bad?
It depends. But they are good. They are... Your friends know. I have told them. We are working to bring Nidalia back. And there was some collateral damage and unintended circumstances that happened. But it was never my intention to hurt anybody. It was merely my intention to sell books in order to make money. To be able to bring her back.
Who is this Nidalia to you?
She is the rightful leader of this pack. She is the one who instilled confidence in this pack and allowed us to thrive, and when she fell, I've done a poor job at replacing her. And it was my promise to her that I would bring her back. Now, I am sorry that people have died. Or were attacked by this creation. There's no other way to make money for our pack other than selling these books, these copied books. I think at this point we can kind of step out of initiative.
I do want to tie up this guy. I'm going to tie him to the bed.
Yeah, he's not really fighting. He knows he's rough, and he would rather live.
But stay put.
Korvala, maybe you should bring some more of your friends down here and we can have this talk. And you can do with us what you will.
Yes, we shall talk civilly. I will get my companions. And Dynamo will kind of just let the electricity fizzle out on the end of his maul and then head back up the stairs to signal everyone down.
Would everybody follow?
We will go. I will go down.
Best we can. She walks over to a chest, pulls a key from her pocket, opens it up. And then she kind of points down to it there. That is Nidalia's desiccated heart. Upon every gold coin that we have earned selling these books, we're only halfway there. In order to get what we need and hire who we need to bring her back. And I think what you're looking for is over there, and she kind of nods over to the other chest. She holds out the key for whoever would like to take it. Again, it was never my intention to hurt anybody. It was only the intention to bring her back. And bring our pack back to a place of prominence and success, and not being able to have to fight and worry where our next meal will come from. And Nidalia brought that to us. So like I said, you're going to do what you need to do at this point. If it ends in my death, so be it. She kind of takes a step back. Before she does that, she closes the chest that has the heart within it. Takes a step back.
What's in the other chest?
You're free to look. I believe it's what you came here for. But know that taking those books back to Candlekeep, the library of infinite knowledge, is taking our livelihood away. Is anybody opening?
I'll go open up the chest because and not check for traps.
Because one shot.
Yeah.
As you open this up, you see 6 books in there.
And a dart flying straight
and
in my
a
face.
poisoned dart frog.
Yeah.
You see Mazfroth's Digressions. You see Fallen Tethiamar. That's a rough one. You see The Dark Hunter. Castanimir's Guide to Gingwatsums. Wanderings of a Humble Asimar. And The Daughters of Gratz. Gratz. Again, there's so many commas in that name. And a lot of Z's. But you see 6 books. And from what you could tell and have heard of Mazfroth's and Dark Hunger, you know that those are high-end, expensive books. The information in there is very valuable. And you can assume the other books with it are the same, of the same standing.
Seeing the titles, did they sell any copies of those from the time in the piece that I memorized?
No, from what you remember, the only 2 that stick out are the Mazfroths and the Dark Hunger. You didn't see any in the ledger of selling the others. Again, take what you need, but know that you're putting us even further behind.
How much gold do you need?
We are halfway there.
Well, what's the total?
We need 500 more.
500 more.
More gold will get us the 1,000 that we need
gold
to buy the diamond. To have Nadalia resurrected.
I mean, I understand you wanting to resurrect your friend. I get that. But you can't do it at the cost of other people's lives.
Like I said, that is in creating the Gingwatsum, that is a side effect I was unaware of until this moment. Or the moment that you came to our stall asking about those titles. The Gingwatsum they become a creature on their own. But it is the only way that I can copy these books and be an exact replica and be able to sell them with any certainty to a keen eye. And those books and the money that they bring is our key to bringing Nadalia back.
But you won't be able to earn any money if you continue to sell counterfeit books. Because you'll be found out. Wouldn't people realize these aren't the originals? And secondly, you are killing people. So there's even that as well. What life is that if you're going to be imprisoned?
Yeah, this method is just going to lead to you being dead. We're sparing you now, but
well, we were
the next
unfortunate.
group that figures you out.
We are unfortunate enough to have Candlekeep be the end destination for these. I think any other place, we would have been fine. And this is not something that we have thought needed to go on forever. It was until we get the amount that we needed.
Well, you're gonna need to find a different way.
And how do you
I
expect...
think I have an idea.
Please, I
And
am
I want to
all ears.
pull off my amethyst ring and hold it up. This is a family heirloom. Consider it a down payment for your cause, and I'll hand it over.
Extend her hand.
And then I'll pull out my amulet again. I hate to call on family favors, but I think I know someone who would be able to give you the rest. It might be costly, though. In other ways, not just financially.
Obviously...
How much are you willing to give of yourself?
Obviously, my pack and I are willing to do anything to bring Nadalia back. We will,
Would you trade your soul for it?
Alethea says, haven't they already?
You can... At one point I have said I would do anything. So I guess that answer would have to be yes. If that gets
Hold out your palm.
back in contact. She holds it out.
I press my amulet to it and cast Produce Flame and burn the amulet symbol on her hand.
Oh. You see her wince in pain, but there's some sort of inner drive that is keeping that hand connected with that burning. And she holds it there for the duration.
I'll take my amulet off of it. When they come to collect, show them your scar.
I will be ready. Please, take these books. Take them to Candlekeep. Take an apology. From us, again, that was not our intention. It was a means to a new beginning for us, but it was never our intention. So please, I hope my soul is enough of a sorry or a down payment.
That's not all it cost you, because you're going to have a friend outside to bury.
Yeah, this might be an awkward time to mention that. We murdered one of my friends.
It wasn't
Yeah,
Zan.
he's probably waking up covered in leaves. I hope he doesn't mind that.
It wasn't Zan, was it?
We don't know. Let's say no.
The guy who was sleeping is still alive, though he may need some healing.
My pack knows that there are costs to operating as we do and being who we are.
Well, we will be taking these books with us.
Yes.
Don't make any more, because, well, we will know, and we will be back.
Well, without the copies, I cannot. Without those originals, I cannot.
Well, we'll be taking those. That is the price of, what you have done.
Yes. If you would not mind, I have things to think about and some cleanup to do.
Yeah, don't kill anybody else.
Good luck with the whole soul thing.
You see
seem
her.
like a very nice but desperate person.
She kind of purses her lips together a little bit and squints her eyes a little bit. So.
I hope things turn out the way you want them to.
As do I. As do I. And I think we'll kind of fast forward here. So you have the books, the what you were sent out to get. You return to Candlekeep, and they've vowed there at Candlekeep reward you. And I think are there any of you coming back for session 3? Is there anybody in the Book of the Raven session? Okay.
I believe I am.
Okay. So I think
I was planning on playing someone else though, so
okay.
it's okay.
Okay. So you are being awarded a Helm of Comprehending Languages. So we can figure out in that discussion how we'll have that kind of pass forward, and maybe this is something cool that we can pass through into all the games. But one of you is going to have a Helm of Comprehending Languages. You work to Valor and Eularion, who gave you some information opening in the beginning, are grateful for this because it kind of gets some heat off of their back for bringing in those books. You negotiated with the Amber Dune Pack, kind of. They have some cleanup to do, but later correspondence, you do know that Nidalia was resurrected. And you actually find out that she's a Lamia. Am I saying that right? L-A.
Lamia.
Yeah. I'll show that to you. Who was in charge of this pack and brought a structure and an order, and they are now starting to kind of build back up and sticking with selling books, but they're not having to resort to copying and creating these Ging-Watsum little monstrosities that normally don't attack, but if they are removed from their creator long enough, they do get a little hungry. So again, another mystery solved. Returned the items that were needed. Super sleuthin', everybody. So those of you coming back for session 3, we'll figure out the Helm of Comprehending Languages. New character, maybe. We'll see how that goes. Everybody in chat, thank you so much for hanging out with us. I know we went kind of long. One-shots are tricky that way. We got to get to the end, or it's not a one-shot by definition, right? So thank you for hanging out, friends, players. Thank you for hanging out as well and powering through. I know some of you are on the East Coast, and it's getting late. So I will not talk anymore. We'll go around the horn, same order. Tell us who you are, tell us where we can find you, and we'll wrap up tonight. We'll start with Cranky Old Mage.
Cranky Old Mage, you can find me on Twitter at Cranky Old Mage, and Wednesday nights right here on FeatherFall, Descending into Avernus.
Yeah, thank you, Cranky. Jen.
My name is Jen Tendo. You can find me every morning at like 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time playing Animal Crossing on my channel, twitch.tv/JenTendo.
Yeah,
sometimes I play music too.
Thank you, Jen, for playing
Thank
tonight. Debbie.
Debbie Snacks. You can find me on Twitter, Snacks, SNAX. You can usually find me hanging around in several of the Discords, including FeatherFall, TableTop, Draw and Draw, and also many different games. So feel free to hit me up.
All right, thank you, Debbie. Star.
I'm Star. You can find me on the internet at MadRadStarChild. I'm around lots of places.
All right, Tim.
I'm Tim. You can find me on Twitter at Say Yes to the Zest.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for playing. This was a good one. I was kind of worried about this one. Not a whole encounter and kind of some social stuff going on, but you guys did great. Loved every bit of it. Again, thank you, everybody in chat, for hanging out with us. And Cranky, thank you for the subs. Thank you for Flesh. Thank you for the resub. All that good stuff. And we'll see you again on this channel Wednesday for Descent into Avernus. I unfortunately will not be there unless a rainout happens. But we'll see. Playing it by ear. But yeah, good night, everyone. Let's wrap this up. All right. So say goodbye.